Hey everyone, so we're going to look at two objectives today. We're going to find coordinates of points on a grid, and we're going to find the slope given 2 points. So our first objective right here, we have a coordinate grid and we just want to list the locations of each of these points. So if we start off with point A, we start at the origin. We look at the x-axis first, or the horizontal axis, and then we read the y-axis next, or the vertical axis. So for point A, I move to the right until I'm at A, which is 2 on the x-axis, and then I go up until I reach point A, which is 7 on the y-axis. So the coordinate for point A is going to be 2, 7. And then for point B, do the same thing. We move left until we reach point B horizontally, so we get an x-coordinate of -4. Go up until we reach B vertically, and we get a vertical coordinate of 6. So we get -4, +6. So go ahead, pause the video right now. See if you could try the next 3 on your own. Alright, so for part D, or point D, we should get -3, -3, and then for point E we should get 0, +2, and then for point F we should get 7, -5. And then for our last objective, here we're going to find the slope between 2 points. So let's say you're given 2 points, and we want to find the slope between these 2 points. And you're going to have to use the slope formula, which is given by y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And some of you folks might have seen it written this way, delta y over delta x. I typically don't write it like this, but in the future, anytime you see this triangle symbol, it basically means the difference of. So the difference in y values over the difference in x values. And this is something optional, but I highly encourage, is that you label your points x1, y1, x2, y2. And it really doesn't matter which points you decide to label x1, y1 or x2, y2. You'll get the same answer regardless. But it does help that you list out the points or label the points, because what I found in my experience is that students tend to mess up what to substitute in for the formula right here. Just make sure you're consistent. So this point right here will have all the sub 1s, and this point right here will have all the sub 2s. So you don't want to write x1, y2, and then x2, y1. That would not be correct. So here we're going to substitute these values in to our formula right here. So y2 is going to be -2 minus, now this is important, anytime you're subtracting a negative number, make sure you put parentheses around it. Because what I find in past experience, sometimes students, they see this minus and then they forget to add another minus. So you want to make sure that if you're subtracting a negative number, put a set of parentheses around it. So x sub 2, which is going to be -1, minus x sub 1, which is going to be -8. And hopefully you're aware of your integers. So we have -2 plus 4 all over -1 plus 8. So if we're subtracting a negative, we're simply adding. So this is going to be -2 plus 4, which is +2. -1 plus 8 is going to be +7. So this is going to be our slope right here.